This week's parasha, Parashat Shelach, we have the mitzvah of tzitzit at the very end of the parasha, the mitzvah of the white strings and the Tekhelet string. And someone sent me a beautiful Dvar Torah from Rabbi Soloveitchik. It's an old recording of his understanding of what's the difference between the white and the Tekhelet, the Lavan and the Tekhelet. And he explains that these two colors symbolize different approaches that man has to have, both with himself and with the world around him. And he explains as follows. Let's start right off with Lavan, white. What does Lavan symbolize? So he says Lavan symbolizes clarity, rationality, simplicity, total understanding. And he says, there's a statement in Chazal, Ein advarim mechuvarim kasimla. Whenever when something's not so clear, they'll say, that matter over there, it's not mechuvarim, it's not mechuvarim in Aramaic is white. It's not white like a dress, which means it's not clear as a dress. Like the color white in those days when they would use bleach to clean their dresses, their clothes, it would be white as white can be. It's not as clear and straightforward. And when something is mechuvarim kasimla, that means it's very clear. So white symbolizes clarity, straightforwardness, understanding. What is obvious is white. Dvarim hamechuvarim kasimla is ideas, is stuff that is clear to us as we say in English, as day. Because again, it's the light, it's the clarity. Another idea, another statement they say is hadvarim melubanim. The matter has been whitened, which means it's been clarified, and now I understand what's going on. So white symbolizes understanding, symbolizes clarity. Okay. The Lavan, he says, is the white symbolizes the part of the world that we can understand, the rational world, what makes sense to us, both scientifically, what we can understand, what we can observe, what we can understand about ourselves. Lavan is clear clarity. Awesome. What's Tekhelet? So he explains that Tekhelet is the exact opposite. Tekhelet represents the part that we don't understand, what's distant, what's inapproachable. It's that Gemara in Menachot with Meir, that the blue was supposed to remind us of the ocean, was supposed to remind us of the heavens, was supposed to remind us of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Kisei HaKavod. It's something that's beyond our reach. You look at the ocean, and the ocean with the waves going and going, it seems endless, it seems infinite. And then from the ocean, it's supposed to remind us of the sky. The sky is even more infinite, it's even more expansive. It's something that we cannot reach, we can never get to. So that the two probably most infinity-like physical things in this world is the ocean and is the sky. And that's supposed to take us to the part that's the most beyond our understanding, which is God Himself, which is the Kisei HaKavod, Hashem's holy throne. So the Techelet symbolizes the part that we can never fully understand, we can never fully get, beyond our control, beyond our mastery. It's the mystery of life, it's the mystery of the world, it's the mystery of ourselves. And he says we have to have these two colors. We have to have the white, the rational, what we do understand, how the world is organized, the principles, the laws of nature, the principles of ourselves, stuff we can understand, what the mind can grasp. And he doesn't say this, but I'm saying that's probably the majority of the strings. We have to focus on what we can understand, what we can do, but at the same time, we have the Tekhelet string. We have that string, which is amongst those white strings. We have that one string of blue, which reminds us of which takes us all the way up to God Himself, to the heaven. It's the part that we can't understand. It's the perplexing part of the complexity, both the physical complexity. Even in the scientific world, there's so much we don't understand that's right under our nose. But it's also symbolizing the spiritual part of us, the mystery that we can never fully understand, ultimately getting us to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that itself is the mission of man, of the Jewish people, of what we're all about. We have to live with both of these two things. We have to have the white, we have to have the Tekhelet, and recognize both are the way we relate to Hashem in the world. Shabbat Shalom.